Up the points en route to this big lead, guys. I mean, they've been unstoppable.
Now here's Smart. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Wallace is checked in for Jared Sullinger. Rob. And here's the break. Here's Iverson. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for Baskonia.
Man, they keep piling up the assists, guys. Great ball movement.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
That free throw, no good. So he comes up empty, missing both. Now Smart. Datome kicks to Wallace. Dishes it to Smart. Passes it to Wallace. To halt the run. Wallace with another miss.
They're losing their composure a little bit here on the bad end of a run.
Yeah, they are, and they need to come up with a rally-wrecking play here to stop this run.
And he gets it to go. 7 points in the game.
And another three-pointer to their second half total.
Yeah, they caught that long-range bug at halftime, and it's been bombs away ever since.
Now here's Smart. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Wallace dishes to Datome. Wallace, the pass to Datome. Out of bounds, Victoria takes possession.
Where was he going with that pass? That's just an awful turnover.
Celtics substitution. Jared Sullinger. Jonas Jerebko. Phil Pressey.
From deep, James. That's good. Great play set up by Iverson. James has got 7.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
It does look like their energy is lacking at this point.
It's tipped. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Victoria ahead, running away with this one. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the finish, guys, this is where you know you are right on the money with that pass. Look at that. Perfectly timed.
And here is Victoria now. Another three for Victoria.
He can be a forgotten man in their offense sometimes, but, you know, the defense still needs to keep an eye on him.
Now the dish to Sullinger. Out of bounds, Victoria takes possession.
Boy, did they ever make a mess out of that one. A terrible turnover.
Here's Jop. Here's Adams. Another three for Victoria.
And we've seen a few mix-ups defensively out there on the perimeter.
More than a few. I mean, the open looks they've allowed from long range have turned into a lot of points.
Here's Pressey. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. Boston making some changes. Zeller, he's checked in for Sullinger. And it's Avery Bradley in for Luigi Datome.
Tyler Zeller. Avery Bradley.
Well, guys, you talk about the growth of the game internationally, but different time zones can make it a challenge for other countries to enjoy the game live. You look at China, for instance, a growing market for the game, but they're 12 hours ahead of East Coast time and 15 hours ahead of the West Coast. But if you're a junkie for hoops, I guess you'll adjust to the time zone.
And here is Vittoria now, and that one's good.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
Pressey kicks to Bradley. He dishes it to Wallace. Just 5 on the clock. About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Good on the shot.
What a final quarter they're having from downtown. Just threes raining in from everywhere.
Yeah, work that perimeter, work it good, and they might as well milk it while they're hot.
Pressey against Adams. Bradley dishes to Pressey. Celtics passing it around. Jerebko, the pass to Pressey. It's Bradley on the wing. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession.
A super defensive play. I mean, if that pass gets through, it's probably 2 points.
And he knew that. He knew if it gets through, it's a score, so that's why he sold out for it and got a hand on it.
And a whole new group out on the floor for the Celtics. Out of bounds, Vittoria takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Expanding his range. Another 3 for Baskonia.
Wow, they are just red hot, guys, not missing a thing.
Sometimes you see a player get on a tear like this, Steve, but never an entire team.
Now, here's Thomas. Kicks it to Olynyk.
Well, guys, maybe the most important play in the NBA that isn't really tracked at all is the screen. A good one can make a huge difference in creating a high percentage shot, but it's a play that so often goes overlooked.
Smart's checked in for Boston.
On the shot clock. Checking in for the Celtics, Marcus Smart.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Olynyk can't hit. And screens, Clark, getting more attention with modern scouting. The old stats look at the outcome of a play, make, a miss. It's like evaluating chess by only the checkmate.
No, I agree. I mean, you start to dig deeper and get to other layers of how you analyze the numbers and how that affects how you game plan to discover the tendencies of players. And all of that you're doing in an effort to become more successful.
Out of bounds, Baskonia takes possession.
Tough break. They've got to take care of the ball if they're going to make a comeback.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Olynyk. Jerebko comes in for Brandon Bass. Luigi Ditome's checked in for Evan Turner. And Thomas subbed in for Jay Crowder. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth. The 3. Good.
That's a 3.
Now it appears an injury out on the floor, and that does not look like any fun.
Yeah, he's not happy right now. You can see it's really hurting him.
You sure can, Steve. I mean, it's difficult to say exactly how serious it is, but hopefully we'll have an update soon.
Bertanis, he's checked in for Baskonia. And Baskonia also making a switch. James is checked in. And the Celtics also making a change. Wallace is checked in. Here's Santa Materio. Out of bounds, Boston takes possession.
Remains Celtics goal. 20 seconds on the shot clock. 20.
Here comes Isaiah Thomas. Poked away and stolen by James. And the layup is good.
James.
Well, guys, the D-League, a test bed for ideas that might, make their way to the NBA. And one thing we've seen there is a mission to get games down to 2 hours in length. They really want to shorten the length of these games.
Well, they've banned consecutive timeouts. They've reduced their number overall. You know, the idea is to hold viewers' attention and provide time certainty for the broadcasters.
Boston making some changes. Olenek, he's checked in for Wallace. Jay Crowder comes in for Smart. And Phil Pressey subbed in for Thomas.
Phil Pressey.
Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. And here's James outside. And that one's good. James has got 12 points in just the second half.
And condensing the game, we've seen it at the NBA level too, cracking down on pregame rituals and requiring players back on the court quickly after a timeout. The commissioner even talked to owners about shortening the game to 40 minutes, so less might be more in some ways. We'll see. I'm in agreement with that. I'd love to see some of the fat trimmed off the game. I don't know if 40 minutes is where I'd go, but some of the extra things that delay the game, I would love to see that pace picked up so there's not as much wasted minutes during the course of the 48 minutes.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
The news is not good at all. It looks like a broken ankle with additional injury to the surrounding connective tissue. We're into the heart of the season now, and that's the last thing this team wanted to hear. That's going to make their winter just a little bit longer, guys.
Thank you, Doris, for the update. We appreciate it, and we really hope for the best as always.
Well, knowing him, Kevin, I'll bet he can put it behind him as quickly as possible.
Let's hope so, Steve. I know everybody's looking forward to seeing him back out there.
Well, I think there's a couple of ways to shorten games. One is cutting down on the intentional fouls in crunch time. I think you could replace TV timeouts with live action advertising. Also, you might just shoot one free throw for the point value of a foul. I think the league is right to try to speed up the pace of the game, but it's a rocky road. You have to really think things through.
Jop passes to Santa Materio, fires it up. Again, Baskonia.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
Pressey kicks to Crowder. Right wing. Here's to Tomei. Feeds it to Crowder. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Sullinger. Makes it off the glass.
That bounce pass got him the ball in rhythm. Nice play.
Jay Crowder.
30 seconds left to play in the final quarter. No one near James as he lets it go. Another three for Vitoria.
And that puts a cherry on top, so to speak, of what's been a phenomenal showing for them.
All over but the whining now, Steve.
Here's Pressey. Over in the corner to Tomei. Out of bounds, Vitoria takes possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Substitution on the court.
And here is James. Puts up a three. Good.
Boy, his performance from long range has been incredible.
I know that was your shot, Steve, and today it's his too.
Here's Smart. The prayer from beyond half court is off the mark. So Vitoria wins it. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
That about does it for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, and the rest of our great crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long and thanks for watching. Now, here is our Jordan Player of the Game.